Just to remind everybody, this is my first video on YouTube, so just bear with me, give me helpful comments. I'm trying to do this to help everybody out because I got a price quote to do this job, which I was thinking it was going to be maybe a couple $100 or something like that, but guy told me $1,500. So I was like, I'll do it myself. You know, I just got to the point where I don't like to work on nothing, but for $1,500 I'll do it. So let's see what happens. Ooh, that was easy. Let me. As you can see, I got the valve cover off. What I had to do was take this piece off the valve cover and once I did that, I could lift it up, pull the front out, pull it all off, put it down, and then pull it right on out. Easier than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to get the vacuum cleaner and get anything else out right now that I can see, so that way I don't disturb it and it falls into the motor, because I'm taking every precaution necessary to do this, because I do not want to hurt anything. I bought new valve cover gaskets. Well, actually, I ordered them. They'll be here tomorrow. But valve cover gaskets come with the gasket itself. The ones I bought actually come with everything. The gaskets, actually one big old piece with the connectors in the center and the wires for the injectors and the glow plugs. So, which is not a really big deal. Better have them new. I plan on this will be my daily driver. I don't want to take any chances if I go on a trip or something like that and starts acting up. So, and supposedly they're famous for Power Stroke 7.3s doing that, for the wires going bad because they're constantly soaked in oil, grounding out, and any of that stuff. So, finish with this side. We get the vacuum cleaner, do this one, and then I'm gonna start with the other side. Hook tool makes it a whole lot easier. I've already loosened all these other bolts. To show you. I've already loosened all these with the deep well 13. But this top one behind here, just this one, I'm going to use a wrench. Alright, got all the bolts out. The bolt that was back here was slightly of a pain because you can't get a 3/8 socket with a 13 on it, so I had to use an swivel and had to come up through this way and have the ratchet and turn it that way and brusted it loose. and then undid it by hand. So it's not too bad. And we're going to take the valve cover off. This one should come right off, right out the way. There we go. See how it looks. Inside here, it don't look bad. You know, no sludge, no nothing. Especially down there in the engine. You don't see no really gum sludge, which is good. This engine's got 205,000 miles on it. So that's why I'm doing this. Preventative maintenance. I haven't had no problems with the truck. Other than the first time I had to start up when it was cold today. Because I just bought it about 2 weeks ago. And it dropped down to 40 degrees. And then it had a problem. It had a hard time starting. First time I've ever seen that. Because, I mean, it's been cold, but not, I guess, that cold. So just set everything out the way that you need to set out. And now it's time to disconnect. Take the valve cover gasket off. And then disconnect all these wires. Just be careful, because this has got, these have clips right here, metal clips that hold them on. So you got to take all those off, and then take the ones off the glow plugs, and that should be all. That's all the wires out the way, and just pull them out slowly. So let's do that. You can see it. Not really, because I'm freaking blocking it here. Refocus it. See, I undid this little clip. Pops right off. Let me get it out. I'm already replacing the wires, so it's not a real big deal if I mess the wires up. But I just don't want to mess anything else up. There you go. It's out of the way. That's that one. And I've never done glow plugs, so hopefully it just pops right off. Yeah, which it does. That's sweet. It just pulls right off. Really hard plastic. Well, the wire's hard. It's probably been there for a couple of years now. And the other one's just the same way. Refocus everything. I'm taking my time and going slow. This is not where you want to mess up. And another very common problem with 7.3s from, like, 95, 97 and these models, well, mainly just these models is what I've seen online. There also is an online video of a guy just doing the valve seals, the injector seals. Very great video, learned a lot from it. The only problem is I didn't like about it, didn't show him tearing all this other stuff off, which, I've done, hopefully you like. So that's another good video you can go to show you more and more extensive stuff too. So just undo that one and then get underneath here and undo this one. Do that, and this gasket should come right off once you break the seal loose a little bit. And I took the vacuum to this side too before I took it off, so I shouldn't have nothing fall on this motor in this side. So there we go. This one comes right off, and that's what it looks like. Alright, got the valve cover off, got all the wires disconnected. Next thing to do is to take out this little itty bitty plug. It's right here. You got one right here, one right there, and one over there. If you can see it, let me see. Right there. See all the oil leaking out of it right now? That's for your high pressure fuel, high pressure oil pump. Well, for your fuel, you know, because everything in the it's for the injectors. So you gotta take that off so it relieves pressure. Basically, what taking that off does is help limit the oil that goes into the cylinder head. Because that's the number one thing is be concerned about is too much stuff going into the cylinder head. Because if you don't get all that stuff out of the cylinder head, you can hydrolock your motor, and you do not want to do that. So basically taking those out, letting it drain, and this is what it looks like. This little thing right here. It's got a little O-ring around it. Make sure that's okay. They usually, when I took it out, it came up, but I just pushed it back down. So once you get that out, but the thing is, you got to use an Allen head, and all the ones I had were slightly smaller, and this one is 1/8. It's an 1/8 Allen head, standard Allen head. So, and it wiggles a little bit, and that's what I heard. A lot of things is these things will strip out, so you got to be careful. You have the right Allen head for it. This one's slightly smaller. The metric one was a 3, and that was too small, way too small. And the 4 was definitely way too big, and so was the 5/32, which was slightly bigger than the 8. So I don't know if you got to go get that special size from a store to get the correct size for it, or I don't know what to tell you. But I took a chance with the 8th, and it broke them loose. This one slightly kind of tweaked in there, so I got it back out. But I broke the 2 loose here, so if I have good luck over there with the same way, then I'll be fine. But the only if it strips it, I'm going to have to go with the bigger size or figure something else out. There are plugs on the back of the block, which some people say is a better way to do, because if you strip these out, it's just a big pain in the butt. So there are plugs on the back side of the block. So you can pull those out, but I didn't feel like messing with those. I said I'll take my chances with the plugs. So, which is working out pretty good. It's draining, so that way it gets all the oil out of it. I'm thinking about blowing some air in here, but I'm really not that comfortable with it, so I probably won't. If not, maybe a little bit, so it'll help clean it out. There is a fuel plug on the back you're supposed to pull. Some people do it, some people don't. I saw some people videos that they don't do it, and pictures that don't do it, or they didn't say they did it. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to do that or not. So I'm going to wait for that to drip down and leak down, and then I'm going to make a decision with the full. Because the thing is, I probably won't pull it, so it's such a pain in the butt, is because the fuel's not running, the pressure should